I can change this back into the initial, which is the 4 of clubs, and every single card changes back to its original, except the 2 of diamonds. Where is it?
Where is the 2 of diamonds?
Check under your watch. Under your watch.
Under
your watch.
What the What? You can be a great pickpocket too.
Did you listen to the Hot Breakfast this morning? Here's what you missed.
Kevin Musau is in the house. Are you ready for some magic? Do you call it magic, Kevin? What do you say?
Oh, well, I'm a mentalist. Yes.
Karibu sana, by the way.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad to be here.
What is a mentalist?
What is a mentalist? A mentalist is more of a magician, but in this time you're actually dealing with the mind. Rather than direct objects like cards and usually physical objects.
Yeah.
So you're actually dealing with people's minds. You're influencing people. You're suggesting thoughts into people's heads. You can get thoughts out of people's heads as well. And it's more of a, it's an experience.
And when did you acquire this skill? When did you first knew you had this skill?
But the name is Musau. It's part of it.
Good one. Well, my name has nothing to do with that, just for assurance. However, I began this at the age of around 7 or 8. I was taught my fast trick by my cousin, actually. She introduced me to magic. And the day she showed me the fast trick, I got so fascinated by it. I just wanted to feel that experience on other people as well. So I wanted to give people the same emotion, the same feeling I had as a kid. So I took it to a further level where I decided to start doing mentalism, because magic wasn't really appreciated in Kenya as much. Especially that there was already Club Kiboko, there were very many shows already at that time. So I took in mentalism, began reading books, lots of books, and that's why I'm here right now.
And what was that first trick your sister taught you?
It was a Rubik's Cube, actually. She showed me, she took a Rubik's Cube, and then she shook it, and it solved instantly. So that just blew my mind as a kid. And I started trying to practice, but it took me around 7 to 8 minutes to solve a cube. But I got better and better and better. So at the moment I can actually solve it in about 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
I wish we had one here.
Yeah.
Have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube, Nick?
If you buy him just a Rubik's Cube, you try a bit, they're like, he needs some radio. You see a killer,
absolutely. 3 seconds.
3 to 5 seconds.
Good Lord. And what does it take? I mean, is it the mind? Is it what is that?
There's muscle memory, first of all. There's the mind, and also I have a background in magic as well. So combining all those 3 techniques creates the whole effect of the 3-second effect and the 5-second effect.
Okay, so before we started the show, you asked Nick and I to write down a couple of things.
Yes.
Right? You told Nick to write down a number.
Yes. You wrote down a name.
I wrote down a name.
You wrote down probably a number that means something to you. Yes.
Now these numbers that meant something to him, and then me myself.
Yes. So that's just so none of you lies to any of us on the show.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be our assurance when we do the whole effect, because I've had instances where people are actually trying to trick me around, trying to get into the mentalist's head. Well, yeah. So now that we're sure that if this doesn't work, there's a chance that it might work or it might not work. That's the whole concept of mentalism. There's a risk.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you do? Would you apply your trade, if for lack of a better phrase?
Okay, where do I apply it? On a daily basis, when I'm buying stuff, products, when I'm selling products, what else?
Like job interviews, you just always ace it. Like you can apply for CEO job.
There's so many concepts actually that help you gear towards interviews, job applications. So I've read all about that, and that's why I'm a mentalist. So I understand these concepts because we do things on a daily basis that we never understand how they affect everything around us. For example, one of the techniques I use is something called anchoring, which I use a lot. For example, I usually use this example a lot with people. Whenever you have a friend who's crying, really crying and very emotional, and you go ahead and try to make them feel better about themselves and try and tap their back or something, they're going to end up crying even more, right?
Yes.
Even if you're trying to help them. But the question is why? It's because you're creating an anchor of emotion around them, an anchor of sadness. The moment you think you're trying to help them by tapping their back, you're actually embracing their sadness with them. rather than helping them out of the situation. So anchoring techniques are some of the effects I use, because they are used in, let's say, gaining trust from people. You've heard of mirroring, yeah? If you go to a job interview, for perhaps mirroring the actions of your boss or mirroring the actions of the person who's going to be interviewing you creates a rapport with the both of you. So such concepts are the ones I use on a daily basis.
Yeah, but if they pick their nose, you don't pick your nose.
No. Well, no. Well, not exactly. If they cross their hands, you can cross your hands as well. It creates the whole mood between the two of you. Yeah. How to tell probably another example I could give is how to know the biggest person in the room, probably, or the leader of a group. Usually, you'll see many people surrounding them, or everybody's trying to mimic their hand gestures, the body positions, so those are the cues I've been observing for a long time, and I've gotten to understand body gestures, how people think and how they work as well.
Yeah, there even used to be a series called Lie to Me or something. Did you ever watch them?
I watched Lie to Me, and I watched The Mentalist.
The Mentalist is the one I know.
Yes.
He helps solve crime, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Maybe you could get a job at NSIS.
Those are actually real jobs where you can actually tell about lies. I'll show you how I'm gonna know if you're lying to me or not. Lie detection.
The small cues, like I have a facial couple of friends who are big liars, so I just that playing with your ear, scratching your neck, looking aside. Yeah, I can be a mentalist also.
You can,
but let me stick to my regular job.
All right, greatest magic trick you've done?
I haven't done yet.
Ooh.
I'm yet to do it. I don't want to reveal what I'm going to be doing, but it's something quite major. But I would compare it to some of the stunts that Dynamo has done and David Blaine. Or yes, however, I haven't done it yet. I'm yet to do it.
Are those your inspirations, David Blaine and the like of it?
My biggest inspiration is someone called Darren Brown. Yeah. He's an influence and a hypnotist as well. He focuses a lot on trying to show you how people don't realize how much the mind is capable of, because we only use a very small percentage of our brains. But imagine if you could take that to a different level and understand humans on a much more advanced level, like basically understanding, and you can actually anticipate what someone's going to do. That's the kind of stunts Darren Brown does. So he's been my greatest mentor since I was I think around for like 5 years now. I've been watching him, paying attention, and I've been trying to get to where he is, because he's my inspiration.
All right.
Yes.
So you want to take us back to that the thing you started off with?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead. Yeah. So what's gonna happen here is that I'm gonna try and see if you're a good liar or not. Right?
I'm a good liar.
You're a good liar. All right, do me a favor. Hold on to this card for me. Put your hands behind your back with the card. All right. It's going to be a very simple thing, okay? Just
both hands, or
both
just
hands,
okay?
okay? Both hands. So put the card in one hand.
All right.
Okay, you have it.
Yeah.
And then bring out your hands like this. All right. So both hands are going to be out. All right. Now, if it's in the left hand, think red. If it's in the other hand, think blue. So cross your hands for a second. There, you're going to open this hand right here. This one, yeah.
My right one.
The lower hand.
This is your right hand, yeah.
I open it so that.
Show me. That's the hand.
Yeah.
That's the hand the card is in, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think I know that?
See.
Because you were trying to push me towards that hand, right? Your eyes are trying to push me towards this hand. Trying to misdirect me, yeah?
But you see also the card is a bit big, so the face looks a bit off. Yeah, look.
Do you have a coin?
Okay. Jeff is the one who keeps coins here.
Alright. Let's do this then. Hand me the card for a second. Let's do this.
We have a coin here. We have a coin.
Okay, good, yeah. That's better for you.
Try again, okay? This time do it right, okay?
Right, yeah. So, alright, there we go. Take it, put it behind your back.
Whichever
both hands.
Hide it behind your back.
Alright. Then you're gonna reveal both hands like this.
I put them both in front of me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, good. Now here you go. Now try as much as possible not really pay attention to the hand you put the coin in, okay?
Okay.
If it's in this hand, think blue. If it's in this hand, think red, okay? Now just cross your hands again. Open this hand right here.
Which hand?
The left one.
Hey,
You see how easy it is to know when someone's lying to you or not. So I read cues. I read when people are actually trying to.
I know stuff. You looked at my eyes. I think,
I heard you hypnotize someone the other day.
Yes.
In a bank.
It was a guard actually.
A guard at a bank.
Not really a bank, but he was next to a bank. He was next to a bank.
Right.
I was just trying to show people how, you see, hypnosis. People don't know what hypnosis is.
Yes.
Hypnosis is not sleep. hypnosis is a state of mind. So it takes a lot of suggestion and influence to actually get someone into that state. So I've perfected this over the last 2 years, and right now I'm able to make someone sleep, make them forget their names.
How long does that take?
Don't do that to Jeff. On the bench, you'll forget to say,
I'm sure you've ever experienced that temporary amnesia.
Yes.
You have. Where you feel like, let's say you were going to get something from the fridge, but you get that you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
and you really have to go back and sit down and try to rethink.
Yeah.
That's temporary amnesia. So you can imagine inducing that into someone's mind on purpose. You know?
It's a nice skill, especially if you owe people money.
True. It's very true, very true.
How long did you keep them in that state?
Until I get them out of it.
So it's up to you.
Yes, there's something called wake words. Wake words are the trigger words that make someone get out of the state of hypnosis.
And this, how do you learn this? You read about it, or
no matter how much you read about it, you have to practice it to have the experience, because you have to know how you have to be in control. You have to have the confidence, because hypnosis won't work if you're not confident about yourself, or if you're not confident about the person you're going to be hypnotizing. You have to have the trust as well. You also have to build. You see, the trust is the most important thing. Nobody can go into hypnosis if they don't trust you, because they're always going to be skeptical about either them falling, either you making them look foolish on camera, you know.
Yeah.
So they have to really trust you. So it's more about experience and practice.
all right.
Yes.
And when's the last time you did this?
2 days ago.
Would you like to try it here? Or?
We could try. We could try.
Any volunteers, Jeff?
So actually, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try and see, because I feel like you're a good liar in a way. So you can't get to me, but I think you're a good liar.
Okay.
So we're gonna try something, and it's gonna be very very involving. Okay.
All right.
So don't give me any ideas, or don't give me any cues, don't give anyone here any cues, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to think of a 4-digit code, okay, that you've never told anyone,
Yeah.
You've never told anyone the code at all in the room, Okay, good. You're going to think of the code, and you're going to try and lie to me, okay? I'm going to just say out random numbers as if you're trying to point out the numbers that they are, okay? But try and lie to me as much as possible, all right? This is a totally blank board. Can you see that?
Yeah, the whiteboard.
Yes, and I have a marker here, okay? So just say out random numbers, 1 to 10. Just say them out loud.
But none from.
No, just say them. Just, you're trying to trick me into thinking the numbers are wrong, okay?
Okay.
So just say out random numbers. I'm going to try and pinpoint the lies and the truths.
9.
Okay.
4.
All right.
0.
Keep going. Just
5.
Okay.
1. 9.
All right.
8. 3.
All right.
7.
All right.
6. What else have I left out?
5.
5.
5. Interesting. You actually ended with 5. So does this number end with 5?
Is?
Does the number you're thinking of end with 5?
My brother.
Do you see how cues work? It's quite impossible to try and lie, because the more you try and repel something off your mind, it will become more obvious. Okay. Do you see the fact that you began with a 9? That means 9 was part of the numbers as well.
Yeah.
Am I right? You've never told anyone the code before.
No.
In your life. Right now, you're thinking of the number. Yes.
Yeah, sort of.
Watch this. Because on this board I wrote a number, a 4-digit code.
Yeah.
1975.
You're kidding me.
1975. Is that the number?
Who is this guy brought into Musau?
How did you get that?
You also, I'm sure you also realized that he was quite trying to hide the numbers away from you. You see that when you're trying to lie to someone, it gets very difficult. Lying is you're going against your own body. You're going against your own rules. Yeah, but everything you're going to try and do is going to resist you to lie.
Maybe there's a way I was with the numbers that are not there. I was just
you're going to try and avoid them. You were avoiding 1. You were avoiding. You said 9 twice, and 5 was the last number you said as well. So that means the first number and the last number usually are quite part of the numbers, because those are the first things that come to your mind. Because if I ask you right now, do not think of a black cat, what comes to your mind?
A black cat.
Why? Even if I told you not to think about it, you'll still think
that's the
about
first
it.
thing you put in my mind about cats.
So the more you tell yourself not to think about something, you're going to think about it. Okay? That's why you always realize I'm going to be telling you, think about the numbers or think about them, you see? So I'm going to get the cues from you as I'm talking to you.
And how did 1975 come up, Kevin? I mean,
I'm also a mentalist, so I read a lot of cues. I'm very experienced in this sector in terms of the mind. It took me quite some
Your
time.
relationship must be fire.
reading minds.
Reading minds, yes. This is what I do. No, Jeff.
Go on.
This is going to be for you.
Okay.
You're going to think of someone special to you. Someone that probably no one else knows. Okay. All right, good. You have... Now what you're going to do for me is you're just going to say out random letters in the alphabet, okay? And just say them as many times, just as random as possible. Just make them as random as possible, okay? Just begin. Any that you want.
Z, Y, P, X, S.
All right, just stop right there. You see, right now, he just shifted off the first letters of the alphabet and went to the opposite side. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to push me towards these sections at the end of the alphabet. However, he's trying to hide the ones from the beginning of the alphabet. Realize that first. Continue. Keep
Okay.
going. Yeah.
M, P, N, F, Q, E, N, A, B, C, D.
Okay. Well, right now, I'm getting something from you right now. You didn't mention a couple of letters, and you're trying to really sit with the last letters of the alphabet, kind of the middle ones and the last ones. That means, tell me if I'm wrong, yeah? None of the letters involve S, T, U, V, W, X,
No.
Y, Z. None of them involve that, do they?
Correct, none.
Why were you avoiding those letters? Was it by choice? Just by need?
You told me to pick some letters, so I just,
You just picked them out.
Yeah.
Right now, you avoided quite a number of letters in the beginning of the alphabet, which means either some are very close to the beginning, which I would say probably A. A is part of them.
Yeah.
You also kind of hesitated on one letter, M.
Okay.
Is that part of the name?
It is.
It is part of the name.
Yeah.
All right. Now think of the first letter of the word. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, just think of the first letter. You have it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna write anything right now. I'm just gonna show you how cues work. Okay. Say the letters A to J. Say the letters A to J.
Oh, okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
The space between the J. There's a J in the name.
There is.
There is a J in the name, yeah? right now, I'm going to do something quite obvious because you see not many names have an A, an M, and a J. So I'm going to say, not Jamaica, I would say Jamal? Jamal?
Motherfucker.
That's your son, eh?
Oh, that's your son's name?
Yes.
Jamal.
Yes.
There we go.
What?
Now you see how cues work and everything, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. That's what I
Whoa, that's deep.
Bro,
That's deep.
Yeah.
But I mean, how did that come up? I mean, there's 26
I'm sure you also noticed the hesitations. That's why I was getting
Yeah.
confused every single time you were doing them. If I tell you right now, let me write down something real quick, okay? Okay, it's not really visible, but don't think of blue, but think of a different color. What color comes to your mind?
Green.
Green?
yellow.
Yellow. Good. Now what you're going to do for me is you're going to think of any card in a deck.
Any card in a deck.
Any.
Uh-huh.
You have one? Any of your choice. Right? Once you're ready, just let me know.
I'm ready.
You ready? You have one in mind? Now what you're going to do for me is you're going to hold on to this deck. I have a deck of cards here. It's completely sealed up. Hold on to this.
Okay.
This is going to be a free choice. Just think of any single card you want right now.
The one that I mentioned.
And no, any of your choice.
Another one.
You can change your mind or you can stick with it.
You need
It's
in your
choice.
mind.
It has to be in your mind though.
Okay.
You have one? Now for the first time, you can keep it. Do you want to keep the card or you want to change it?
I'm keeping.
Are you sure?
This one that I've made up my mind right now.
You want to keep it? All right, good. And then for the first time, you're going to tell us what card you're thinking of because you're holding the deck right now. What card are you thinking of?
Joker love. No, what's it called? J love hearts.
J Love Hearts? Great.
Jack of Hearts.
The Jack of Hearts.
Jack of hearts.
I'm going to take the deck. No sleight of hand here. Watch. I'm going to do something quite interesting. I've never done this before on live TV, yeah?
On radio.
Live radio, sorry. Because watch, I have a couple of cards here, yeah?
Yeah.
Every single card here, can you see?
Yeah.
Is face up.
Yes.
Every single one, except one card in the deck right there. Take this out for me.
No.
How do you do that, man?
It's Jack of
It's
Hearts.
a Jack of Hearts. The only card that was facing down in the deck. You see, before I came here, I knew exactly what you were gonna say. Exactly what you were gonna pick.
Before you came here.
Before I came to the show, so I had that
What am
deck
I gonna
preset. Well, what you're gonna pick right now is, you see, I came down here with a full deck of cards, and 2 cards were left face up in the deck. I'm going to leave this right here, actually. Actually, hold on to this. You have to actually hold on to this.
Okay.
Try change your mind as many times as possible. Right now, try change your mind as many times as possible.
Fucking Jeff is feeling clicking his head.
Are you good now?
Yeah.
Do you have one selection in your mind right now?
I do.
Do you want to change your mind?
I don't.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%.
One more time. Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, good. What card are you thinking of right now?
Can I tell you the card?
Tell us.
Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. Good choice. Watch this. Yeah, he was gonna go off the number set because most people would avoid the numbers. But watch this. Every single card in the deck, Ace of Spades, yeah. Every single card in the deck is face up. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, the Ace of Spades.
You saw that?
You saw it, yeah. I saw that. Yeah, you saw it, yeah. Cause watch. 1, 2, 3. Watch this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Watch. 1, 2, 3. Can you see the Ace of Spades?
It was there before.
Really? Because I'm gonna do something right now. Oh, there it is. That's quite quick, yeah.
Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
Hey, these countries can get you.
Countries can get you, yeah. However, you see, the thing is, I have the background of a magician as well, so I wouldn't say I don't do magic tricks, yeah. I always have a way towards this. So what I'm gonna do right now is I have a small deck of cards right here. I'm gonna need a volunteer for this. I'm gonna have to stand up and join you on that microphone. That's okay?
Yeah, fine.
That's okay. All right, cool. So what's gonna happen is this. Hold on to this deck of cards. All right, good. Like this. Are you a good shuffler?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, good. What you're gonna do is sorry. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Jeff, this is gonna be your choice right now. Okay. Hold on. He's holding the deck right now.
Yep.
And I have nothing under my sleeves right now. Yeah, watch. I'm gonna take the deck and do me a favor. Just slide in your finger anywhere. Slide in your finger anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay.
Anywhere. Yeah. Anywhere. Take the card.
The bottom one?
The one. Yes. Yeah. Show him. Show everyone. Actually, it's okay. You have it. You're gonna put it back in the deck. Hey, now watch this. It's about to get fire right now, okay?
It's about to get fire.
Watch. Every single card. You have one card right now. You selected, and you could have selected any. But watch this. If I could take this, the card you're thinking of right now, and put it right here, watch. I could easily make this change into the card you were thinking of, isn't it? But watch this. But watch this. But watch this.
Cool.
Not just this one, but every single card changes into the card you. Yeah?
Oh no!
What if I told you you could actually make this to a great level? Watch. I can change this back into the initial, which is the 4 of clubs, and every single card changes back to its original, except the 2 of diamonds. Where is it?
Where is the 2 of diamonds?
Check under your watch. Under your watch.
Under?
Under your watch.
What the What?
You can be a great pickpocket too. Musau, that's
when did you slide it under my watch? Man, this is really, I wish someone could just watch this. You know, you're hearing it on the radio, but if you're here in person,
that's mind blowing. My
yeah, that's what I do. So I do magic, I do mentalism, but mentalism is my specialty. So I have a background in all different sectors as well.
Right.
Yes.
you said that we check out who? Darren Brown.
Darren Brown.
That's all I'm doing this afternoon.
Darren Brown.
Just be impressing people at the bar. Just sitting up, I live with so many phones.
You're planning something big soon.
Yes, something very big. I'm planning on mass hypnosis, where you actually hypnotize a whole crowd of people at once, probably by a screen. I'm sure you've seen it in the movies before.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you get lots of gigs doing this?
Yes, a lot.
Where's the best place you've ever been to?
Actually,
where has it taken?
There are quite a number actually. I performed at weddings, big weddings. I just came from a wedding 2 days ago. And it was amazing because the experience was magnificent.
Yeah.
You know, performing to crowds, just giving them the smiles, the expressions. It's something new in Kenya, something new in the industry. So people are actually taking it really well. And so I've been getting so many gigs with birthday parties, Halloween parties, you know. For example, this coming weekend, we have corporate events where I go to give talks on the mind, you know, just to educate people on what people do on a daily basis, you know. What else have we done? We have done lots of talks as well. It's a whole basket of eggs because there's so much you can do. It's wide.
Yeah.
There's no single place where you can go and not be able to perform. All I need to go with me is a notebook and a pen, actually.
And a deck of cards.
A deck of cards is just an extra because I don't focus much on magic tricks. I focus more on mentalism in the mind. Yes.
Is there competition in your field, Kevin?
No, and that's why I decided to take mentalism and hypnosis, because it's a very difficult field and very rare. I think there are about 7 mentalists in the world. I think 7 or 8 great mentalists in the world. So I took that field because it was quite special and quite difficult to get into.
Yeah.
And also quite unique in its way.
And has any of your hypnotism not worked?
Yes, it has. Twice actually. However, it wasn't because I failed. It's because the parties on the other end wanted to just prove me wrong.
There's that a lot.
There's that. I get that a lot.
Really?
Yes. So before I actually decide on a subject to hypnotize, I have to ensure that they actually want to get hypnotized, not just want to do it for the purpose of, trying to prove you wrong or trying to,
Is it possible that maybe the effects of your hypnotism happened now later after everyone has disbanded?
Probably. You're going to notice it afterwards. It's still in play.
You guys have stepped away and the guy now just engages his cadets.
It's still in play. It's still in play, yeah.
Wow.
Whoa,
Yes.
bro, this is a talent, man. This is a unique talent. Huh?
Yeah.
And that's also a great message to our listeners and the kids. If you pick an interest in something, you can create your own path and make a living out of it.
Yes.
Good job, man.
Very much so. Yes.
Should we try a little
Let me see if
hypnotism?
my
or-
car keys are here.
You were still worried about 1975.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you better change that code though. That's your birthday, yeah?
No.
Whose date? That's a special date to you though.
It's my phone.
Passcode.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your PIN number.
No.
Okay, good.
That's why I picked that one.
all right.
So when you hypnotize the guard, I mean, did you just walk up to him and say, how did that go?
First of all, hypnosis involves an element of surprise. The use of surprise, you'll notice me shake the person's hand before I actually do hypnosis. You'll notice my other hand get onto the shoulder. This is the symbolic anchor I was talking about in the beginning. When you anchor them with trust, because I'm sure you've ever done this before. When you approach someone, you can either get repelled by them by the first approach, or you can get comfortable with them at the first approach. So I create the whole rapport during the approach. The guard sees me, I greet them, talk to them, give them my name, hold on to their shoulder to give them the sense of trust,
Because like the way our parents would do.
Yes, it's just like you see the way footballers are playing, let's say in the field, and let's say one of them scores a goal, they'll always run back next to the coach, and the coach will always tap their back or something, or tap their head. It's a symbol, it's an anchor of congratulations or being grateful for their score or anything. So using that anchoring technique of just holding their shoulder instills trust in them. Once you instill the trust, which is the most important key, now you can go on to the keywords. Hypnosis is a language on its own. You realize there's a lot of repetition of words. You'll hear deep slumber, sleep, deep slumber, sleep, deeper and deeper. The deeper you go, the more you get into the trance. The deeper you go, there's a lot of repetition. So using these keywords instills some sort of drowsiness in the head. And I also use the key technique of the hand. Wherever I'm making them face their hand and bring their hand closer to their face, they'll begin to get drowsy and drowsier. So my words convince them that they want to sleep, and they're going to end up sleeping. And I'm going to show you how you can actually hypnotize someone right now. Actually, just put your hands like this. Okay. It's a very simple task. Okay, just like this. Okay. You ready? So what's going to happen is you're going to try as much as possible apart. Just put them apart. Okay. You're going to try as much as possible to keep those fingers apart. Okay. But every single time you hear the sound of my voice and see this rotating movement on my arm, you're going to realize that your hands are going to get closer and closer together. But watch. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Every single time you hear my voice, your fingers are going to get closer and closer and closer. Quite irresistible, in fact. It's like two magnets just pulling together right now. Quite irresistible. Let me show you something right now. Watch this. Every single time I pull my fingers around yours, just like that, you're going to realize your fingers getting closer and closer and closer. Quite irresistible right now. You're trying to repel them as much as possible, yeah?
Yes.
Very, very closely. There we go. 1, 2. The more I do this, your hands get closer and closer and closer together. Yours already shut. Yours are next. Watch this. 1, 2. You can't resist this right now. Watch. 1, 2, 3.
I am resisting it.
It's getting stronger right now.
Just getting stronger.
Yeah, watch. 1, 2, 3, and a shut.
What the hell?
Check that out. You see, now you're listening to my voice. I'm instilling a thought in your head right now, and it's gonna make you do something you don't want to do. You see, it's your mind playing tricks on you. So the mind is very, very powerful, and you will actually feel whatever your mind wants you to feel. So once you're able to control the mind, the body feels. Whatever you tell your mind becomes a reality on your body as well. Yeah.
That's why I call myself a chick magnet. So when I walk there, they just follow me.
Yes.
I thought it was a Pied Piper.
There's that also.
And that's the same concept with motivational speakers. You realize why whenever they go somewhere and talk to a crowd of people, the crowd gets very inspired.
Yeah.
For about an hour. Then after that, it just fades away.
Yeah, you go back to factory settings.
Factory settings. You know why? They're creating an anchor. It's an anchor. Same techniques, different places. They're going to create an anchor of hope. They're making you tell yourself that you're capable. You're going to realize they're always telling you, tell your neighbor, look at your neighbor, tell them they're capable, tell them they're smart, tell them they're, once you tell yourself these words, your mind puts that in your head, before you reset back to factory settings. So basically everything you tell yourself becomes a reality. Waking up in the morning and just telling yourself that I'm capable, that I can do whatever I set my mind to do, puts you in that level. It's all about the mind. Yes.
When's your next gig? You said Halloween. You're busy, huh?
Hopefully. I'm waiting for a booking for Halloween. Because I had one last year as well.
You did, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Any regrets? You could have been doing. You majored in chemistry at the university, right? And now look what you're doing. Any regrets?
No regrets, actually. I feel like everything has brought me to this stage. Everything I've done in life has helped me come to this point in life where I am actually a mentalist. Everything has had a big role to play with this.
If people want to get in touch with you right now, how do they do that mentally?
Mentally, yeah. Just think about me. That's all. Anyway,
I'm curious. Have you ever had to use this with your girlfriend just before you break up? You just line up or everything she's ever done.
Well, there's some techniques I can show you that are not advisable. Maybe off radio.
She just in her sleep, she just tells you everything. Oh, I've got 3 other boyfriends. Oh, I don't love you. I just want to have your money.
But the thing is, it's powerful. It's a very powerful key. I've actually gotten to the point where I can actually control my dreams to an extent.
Wow.
You've heard of lucid dreaming, yeah?
Yes.
Lucid dreaming. I'm actually capable of that.
It's called what?
Lucid dreaming, where you have total control of your dream.
And you can see them. You can see what's happening in there.
Yes. You control everything in your dream. Usually in most cases you can't control what happens in your dream. Yeah? So in this case, it's just my mindset that's put me to this level, I think.
Most of us forget our dreams by the morning.
Yes. Well, funny enough, the last thing I think of is what I dream about. So I always, before I go to bed, I think of something I want to dream about and then I sleep.
Yeah, because dreams are basically your conscious mind visualized in sleep.
So controlling your conscious mind is a power on its own, rather than having no control over your dreams or anything.
What about if you have hallucinations at night?
I do not have hallucinations at night.
They say don't take drugs before you sleep.
Yeah, true. Well. Yeah.
That's really
That's
nice.
deep, man.
It's deep.
How do people get in touch?
Musau The Mentalist on all social media platforms. And yes, my contact number is on my social media, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, everywhere. Musau The Mentalist.
Musau The Mentalist.
Yes.
You're only 23 years old.
Yes.
By the time you are 40.
Hey, friend. How much of our brain are we using as humans? How much of our brain?
I think
plus
23%. I'm not sure. 23%.
And that's now for advanced guys like some of us.
Yes.
A lot of people wanachezea pale kwa single digits.
Yeah, the brain is it's just us to decide to open it up. Because everybody has a brain. Everybody has a brain. Same cells. Everything's the same. Just different openings for us. We are raised in an environment where we're raised in a controlled environment. We were born in a controlled environment. We're raised in a controlled environment. So it's you to get out of your way and take your own path that you are actually meant to take. Because if you just follow the path you were set to as a kid, you were raised in this direction, so you have to be in this direction. Your mind doesn't open up. You really have to get out of your box to be able to understand your mind better. It's limitless.
Absolutely.
Yes.
In this day and age of COVID, is it difficult to get gigs? Is it difficult, or you can also do them online, or you can do?
Well, I've been doing them online.
Have you?
However, at the moment, there have been a lot of physical gigs, so I wouldn't say it's really affected anything at all, because it's the peak of my career as well, and I don't think it's really affected my. But that's exactly why I also have a job, a full-time job.
Oh, what do you do?
I do real estate.
Oh, real estate.
Yes, I work with third-degree real estate. So, because I didn't want to really put pressure on my passion,
Right.
rather than use it for trying to utilize all the money I'm getting from my gigs. I wanted to make it more of a passion, because once you begin using your art just for money, it becomes a job. And I didn't want it to become a job, so that's why I actually got a job. And I also do this as well.
Are you good at selling houses?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Must be
currently
good,
listening speech.
convincing.
You just find yourself with 3 apartments you didn't need.
Yes.
Like kijana Musau. Retirement pesa yote tumenunua nayo nini?
It's called a selling power.
Nice. So I guess you also have a lot of speaking gigs, talking to people who do sales, eh?
I'm about to, because people are still getting to know me. But for the few who have gotten to know me, I have been doing the speeches on bargaining power, how to bargain, how to sell products. You know, not from a business perspective, but from a mental perspective of how people think.
Right.
You see the guys on the street who sell clothes and shoes?
Yeah.
You'll always realize that they'll look at you. Before you get to them, they'll look at you. What are you wearing? How do you look? Before they give you a price. You see, they have so much experience that they know who to give higher prices and who not to give higher prices.
And who to just ignore.
And who to just ignore.